All right, welcome back. Now, do note that we're live on Facebook and also on YouTube, Shobiz TV. That's Shobiz, 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 Shobiz TV on Facebook and YouTube. Be sure to go on there and to also share, like, comment. We would definitely love to see you or watching us live. Again, it's Facebook and YouTube. We're getting into our stories, and we're starting with Reggie Rockstone. So Reggie Rockstone, a prominent entertainment figure who is widely regarded as a pioneer of the Ghanaian hip life music genre, recently expressed his dissatisfaction. Okay, easy, Natalia. Expressed his dissatisfaction with the level of recognition he has received. Speaking in an interview, Rockstone argued that the hip life movement he led in the 90s inspired today's popular genre Afrobeat, and that he and others who contributed to the movement deserve a share of its success. Rockstone lamented that he frequently gets asked in interviews if he feels duly recognized, suggesting that this question wouldn't arise if he had received the recognition that he deserved. However, he maintained that his confidence remains unshaken because he is, and I quote, a very confident older African who has always been self-assured. Now, he acknowledged that the lack of recognition he has received is a common experience for people like him, citing the adage that, and I quote, a prophet is not respected in his own community or his own hometown. According to Rockstone, he believes that he and others like him are sacrificial and were brought up to contribute to their countries and communities. D, this is what we're starting this morning. And tell me, do you suppose hip life really contributed, to the emergence of Afrobeat?
Yeah, hip life did, but so did high life.
Okay.
I said here, I think 2 weeks ago, that it's like a big tree, and the tree is high life. A branch of it is hip life. A newer branch we are recently experiencing is Afrobeat or Afrobeats. So, yes, in a way, we can say hip life contributed to the growth and the buzz called Afrobeat today. So, yeah. But what does he want us to do for him?
Yes, I was going to ask, how do you suppose we can give him recognition? Because in wanting a piece of the pie, what exactly are we to give him?
You see, I think for Reggie Rockstone, he's paid his dues. He's done his projects are what you described as legacies. But this recognition, I don't know in what how he wants it. Does he want money or a statue or what? Because he's being studied in schools. He's represented in literature. The story of Ghanaian music is never told without him. Arguably, there are even postures like he's not the only founder of hip life. And me, for one, I am with that school of thought that he's not the only founding father of hip life. When you look at it in terms of music, like technically music, the sounds and all of that, it may not be Reggie Rockstone who founded hip life.
Who then?
Jeduble Ambule.
Okay.
What Reggie did was he put a name to something he created.
Right.
He marketed it. If you like, legally, he patented it. I don't know if he has patented hip life now, but if he's looking for something he can get from this industry, then he should patent hip life in the UK and US. you know, so that in future, you know, the way the creative artists, nothing really goes. They go and then they come back.
Yeah.
If he patents hip life, chances are he's going to reap from it, you know, in future. But as we speak now, I don't think there's anything this industry can give him. Maybe a VGMA recognition, but I feel he rather owes the industry one more duty.
Which is what?
The sound that kept us going for years was hip life. And then it's like when hip life faded off, Musica died.
Right.
Musica existed because of high life and hip life. Now hip life is not so heard these days.
Do we know whether he's a member of Musica?
He should be a member.
Okay.
If Reggie Rockstone is not a member of Musica, it would be the biggest shock for me.
Okay.
You know, he should be a member. And I feel that one way to institutionalize whatever he's created is to make sure that that same institution that carried or that held hip life for many, many years should work. And I feel he owes the industry, he owes upcoming artists, he owes the culture, he owes the music industry that duty to make sure that Musica is functioning.
Right.
Musica is not functioning. Musica's role is to protect cultures, is to protect things like his creation. Now it has failed under him. And who is Reggie Rockstone? He's supposed to be the godfather of the sound. So how does the sound fail under you? The institution, I mean, was with you.
Right.
The people who run the institution, you sang next to them, you featured a few in the studio, you shared stage with them. So how is it that Musica is dead now or struggling to live? You know, so I feel Reggie Rockstone actually owes the industry a duty now, is to make sure that Musica is functioning. He's done some amazing things, but if we want to keep the legacy, the things he has done, his creation, one of the ways to do it is through Musica.
Right.
That's what. Yeah.
So through Musica, how do you suppose he should do it?
He should put
Vie for president?
Yes, vie for president.
Okay.
It's time we saw something administrative leadership from him.
Okay.
So far, everything we've been seeing from Reggie Rockstone is ceremonial.
Right.
Grandpapa of hip life, yes, but how is that really, you know, affecting the scene? How is that really affecting the legacy or the culture? Yes, it carries this what's that? Again, ceremonial appeal, this united front thing, this beautiful image, but administrative wise, you know, music is also business.
Right.
And when it comes to business, we are dealing with administration.
Right.
We are dealing with structures. We are dealing
Right.
with system. What has been the contribution of Reggie Rockstone to the systems, to the structures of the Ghanaian music industry? And I feel that Musica will be something he can capitalize on to make his legacy stand firm. Otherwise, in 20 years, we will not hear of hip life again. He is even lucky. Yes, he is even lucky to have universities in the US and Africa, across the continent, mentioning him, giving him that accreditation and all of that. But what about the others?
Yeah.
What about the others? So he did something great and all of that. If he's looking for recognition, this is what he can do. That is one. The second thing is what I started with. He can patent the hip life sound in the US or UK, so that whenever this whole thing goes and come round again, he can make money from it. I think that's the biggest thing legacy he can give his children, and then
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any role the government can play in this whole recognition situation?
Recognition situation, the only thing I see government trying to do, or maybe many government trying to do, or aspiring to do, would be, these awards that the president mostly gives. Every president does that. Order of Merit.
Yeah.
They give you a certain award for something outstanding you've done.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's what Reggie Rackstone is looking for. But even that, again, you see, let us see you beyond the creation. This morning's motivational message is about persistence. Persistence is one way to keep a legacy. Beyond the ceremonial grandpapa figure, what really has he done to make sure that the hip life culture is preserved?
Yeah.
The fact that there's Afrobeat doesn't mean that we should forget hip life. I mean, there is Afrobeat, but haven't you noticed that we sometimes don't even remember hip life, but we remember high life?
Yeah.
Haven't you noticed that thing?
Yes, true.
People,
Very true.
it's so that means there's a problem somewhere. There is I don't know what word to keep it, but to describe it, but there's a problem with keeping a certain history, a certain legacy.
Yeah.
Something is missing either within the structures of our music scene, and I think maybe he owes us that responsibility.
Yeah.
Hip life, we all grew up on that sound. It shaped us. In fact, if we can appreciate Afrobeat, is because we loved hip life.
Right.
But unfortunately, it may be a thing of the past, and
unless Reggie decides to.
Right. So he and then the folks he says who haven't been given recognition should really come together again and then re-examine this thing called Musiga.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that is where the problem is. If Reggie Rackstone will get his recognition, it is Musiga that must push it.
Right.
Right now, he just has a ceremonial following. Does he have the administrative following, the official following? Do we officially call him as the grandpapa
Of hip life.
of hip life?
Right.
Because in the books, in the literature somewhere, Jedouble Ambule is mentioned in places.
Yeah.
So he should come again.
Okay.
And I think there's this cabal or agenda by some individuals in the media pushing this. I think these people should really do their homework. Reggie Rackstone is big. Nobody is taking that away from him. But when we seem to be pushing the thing that pushing that idea, do you think you have been recognized? It's like we are sowing seeds.
Yeah.
And we should deter away from that. We should really do. Yeah, that's it really on that.
Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to our next story. But before that, on the 1st of May, Fufu Bazaar is happening. If you are a lover of fufu, as an upe fufu pa wono upe fufu pa. If you're a lover of Fufu Bazaar is happening on the 1st of May at 8 p.m. Opinion Radio Forecourt, which is near Nungwa Shell Filling Station or Market. So be sure to go by and enjoy your fufu. Different vendors will be there with all kinds of different fufus and soups, and you will be the one to benefit the most, of course, because you love fufu. You can try all the different types of soups and meats and all of that that come with it. This is Opinion Radio's Fufu Bazaar happening on the 1st of May from 8 a.m. all the way till close of day. Media partners, Shobiz TV, of course. Side attraction is Ludu Oware, draft, and many, many more. So keep that date in. Opinion Radio is having the Fufu Bazaar on the 1st of May. All right, so we're moving on to our next story. And this one here is coming from... Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it, shall we? So our next story is coming from Sally. Yeah, Sally, I think that's how to say the name. Switzerland-based Ghanaian female musician Sally has made a scathing revelation concerning the Ghanaian music industry. Now, the Problem singer visited Ghana recently for her upcoming album project and was shocked to discover the state of the music industry. According to Sally, the industry is full of open your legs offers that are not beneficial to female artists. She said during her stay in Ghana, many producers in the industry she personally met were more interested in sleeping with her than helping develop her music career. Sally believes that this is a major problem that needs to be addressed in order to create a more equitable and fair industry for women to shine too. Sally seems not alone in this opinion. Many female artists in Ghana have often spoken about the issue, claiming that they are often asked to sleep with producers and managers in order to get their music heard. This has led to a situation where female artists are often overlooked and undervalued in the industry. In order to combat this problem, Sally believes that female artists should be given more opportunities to showcase their talent and be seriously taken seriously. Some weeks ago, Ghanaian singer and rapper Feli Nuna also revealed right here on Sunup that a manager of a television network decided not to promote her songs because she turned down an amorous advance towards her. So there we have it. It seems to be a problem. Women talk about it a lot in the industry, not just the music industry,
right.
The entertainment industry,
True.
if you may. If you're looking for growth, they tell you something has to go down. So let's talk about it, shall we? Yeah. This is clearly, someone who's not from here, came here to promote her music and was met with this. Not a very good impression of the industry to start with. What do you suppose are the steps that can be taken to address these issues?
It's a culture that has to be undone. Culture, what's the definition of culture that we know? It's the way of a society.
Yeah.
Now, this way of the music society or the creative society is something that has to be unlearned. There are so many things we need to unlearn and do away with. And we can either do them through laws, deliberately through laws, through punishment, through systems. How is it done elsewhere? When the Me Too movement started and people started coming out, women started coming out, tagging, telling their stories, we saw actions. The law was given an opportunity to work. The heads that needed to roll, we saw them roll. I think we don't have to wait for scandals like that before we begin to make the rules work. So what we are doing now is one of the ways to overcome it. Until issues like this pop up in our society or in our community or within our media space, we hardly talk about it. So let us deliberately talk about sexual harassment in the creative spaces. Let us talk about deliberately and freely discuss sexual harassment generally in the Ghanaian society. Let us talk about it. Let us make the women understand their way out. What laws, for instance, protects me as a woman or protects you as a lady when someone tries to take advantage of you? Which institutions can I report to? What will be done to such a person? So we need to be deliberate. The law has to be deliberate. We as citizens, we need to be deliberate.
Right.
And then that is one way we can overcome it. If we don't create that culture of taking it seriously, it will never change.
Right.
It will never change. So we need to see that. We need to see that. We don't need an expose, a certain Anas expose to,
Right.
you know, correct this. Until that BBC documentary on sex for grades, we never spoke about it here in Ghana.
Yeah.
But we knew that something like that was really happening in our
Right.
system, you know. So
Right.
let us be deliberate. I think that's a way out. We have the best laws, we have the best institutions, but we have not really been deliberate in testing them.
Yeah.
You know, so let us be deliberate. There are people going through the situation,
Right.
but they don't talk about it.
Right.
And then as an industry, we should understand that it's a talent thing,
Right.
first of all, than a sex thing. The talent comes first. When a certain lady, you know, becomes big, it's not because she is sexy. It's because of the talent she's brought to you as a manager, you know, as an industry that has gone viral, that has
Right.
become successful. Nobody thought of Ebony when she was alive as some sex object. Maybe in her songs you may want to think of her in that way, but fundamentally, when you think of Ebony, you think of her talent, you think of her stagecraft. You know, that's the whole point
Right.
of it. Let's look at people more. Let's shift more from, you know, the sex thing. And then one other way too is let's see more women coming into leadership.
Right.
That is one way to protect, you know, everyone. So yeah.
Right. So do you think, you know, female artists or women in the industry can actually find success without compromising?
Oh, it's possible.
Okay.
It is our mindset. I mean, it's our mindset. And at some point in time, it becomes wickedness. You know, let's just declutter. At this point in time, it's about a person's heart, and I'm speaking to hearts more than systems. I don't know what I would gain trying to
Take advantage of a woman.
Yeah, you know, I really don't.
Yeah. You know, one time I actually didn't get a job at, this was very early on in my career. I had an opportunity to work at a TV station. This was a really big TV station at the time. And the manager of that TV station, I knew before he even joined that TV station because we kind of worked at a previous place together, you know, but he moved on and his new role then became the manager of that TV station. So I wanted to work there, so I put in my application, did whatever I needed to do, went through everything. And then the day I had to meet with him, when I met him, he said to me, and he didn't mince words, he said that, but you know I want to date you, and I can't be dating somebody I'm working with, so I can't employ you because I want to date you. And I wouldn't stop saying that, but because that's not going to happen. So can we focus on the work? He says, no, I can't allow you in this space because my intention for you is simply
different.
To date you. So I can't allow you to work here. It was not because you're incompetent. It was not because you're not up to the task. It was just because, and he was very blatant about it. And he even cited an example for me that, do I know Prince Kofi Amwabin? And the fact that he says he doesn't work with women he's interested in. And he cited that example for me there and then, and said that there's no way he's going to work with me because he wants to date me. And because I felt like, but don't say that. You don't want to date me. You want to sleep with me because he's a married man. When you say you want to date, when a married man says they want to date you, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
How are you dating me when you have a wife? You know what I mean? So just say you want to sleep with this person. But yes, I didn't get that job, not because I was incompetent, but because this man said, and he didn't mince words, he said that it will not happen. I cannot allow you in my space.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not saying other systems are perfect, but imagine that happened in Europe, somewhere in Europe or in the US. You know, there is probably an office you can go to and say that I applied for this job and this is what happened and this is what the boss had to say.
Yeah.
That person would have lost the job immediately.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's actually climbed through the ranks, in fact.
Exactly.
And now it bothers me because, and you know, but that's the difficulty. Because now, when I see, he's gone on, he's climbed through the ranks. He's actually like a boss, a boss's boss now. And when I see the women who work there, sometimes I question, so wait, was it the same with them? Or was it different? Like, how is it that it was it different for me? And these things will let you ask questions. They will.
Yeah, of course.
They will definitely let you ask
course,
questions because I was rejected, not because I was incompetent. And of course, all the other women who work there are very competent as well. But then it begs the question, did they have to
What
go
else
through
did you
that?
do? Right.
You know, were they told this kind of thing, or was it just a me thing? Like, it's just, you know, a lot of questions going through your mind. But I mean, I've gotten over it. I just worry for some women who will go through the same situation, may go through the same situation because of this man. But like you said, we don't have that kind of culture.
Yeah.
This is not something I can talk about. If I should start mentioning names now, I may not be able to come on this show for the next 2 weeks because I can't handle the kind of press and God knows all the attacks that I would have to face. So these things, you know, you find a way to just, you know, brush them aside and move on with your life. And I'm sure that's what a lot of women have to deal with. It's unfair, it's not right, but really though, what can you do about it?
It's law and order. And this thing you are refraining or you are daring not to do is actually the way out. To speak up.
Oh no.
You know?
No way, Jose.
And I don't know if well,
I mean, I could.
Yeah.
But I would have to. I don't think I'm in that position.
Yeah, of course.
I'm in that position to fight that fight now.
And there are women like that.
It will disturb my growth and progress.
Exactly.
Because, and these people are very deliberate about, if you're looking to destroy my reputation, I will make sure that I cancel you, I black you out, and I do not make things happen for you again. And they're capable of that, you know. So, like I'm saying, sometimes you look at all the consequences, the fact that, I mean, I have kids, and all these things, they grow wild, you know. It's like a bushfire.
Right.
They grow really wild. I'm not ready for that type of scandal. So, I mean, I'll just allow it to, you know, go by. This has been how many years now? Almost 10 years. That's a very long time, you know.
When last did you see this person?
I think a year ago at a function. And he actually came to hug me. It's been so long. How are you doing? How things? I'm like, I'm okay, I'm fine. You know, like
nothing happened.
Like nothing has ever happened. Like, we're good. You know, I was a bit taken aback, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. And so, but I'm sure that he could tell that, you know, things are not the same, you know, because again, let me state that this person I worked with before at a previous place, and then he moved on and started climbing the ranks and decided that, yeah, I'm going to pick and choose who I want to get with. So yeah, it's just what it is.
Well, I don't know what happens to my people sometimes when they get there, and I'm referring to men.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens to some of us. I don't want to look like I'm judging anyone, but for me, I don't know, but I think the least of things I would really want to look out for, take advantage of in a woman really is sex. I don't know whether it's because, you know, it's not just women who are going through that. Men go through that these days too.
From women women bosses as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And these days men go through that from men, other men, other kind of men. I have been on the other side of things where someone is like, oh, you can only get into that office if you know, bend down for this person.
Okay.
Here in Ghana, you know, and in my head I'm like, for here, you know, so
not today.
then let me be jobless or something, you know. So being in the victim's place, I think gives you a certain perspective.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, it's a no-no, and it's unfortunate. But if we really want to do this, it will take some courageous people to speak up, to test the law.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
oh,
and it will take a leader who would want to listen and say, okay, maybe they are mentioning some names that are not in a very, they are mentioning some names in a very dark, you know, places, but can we give this an opportunity, you know, to...
And you do know that, just before we wrap up on this conversation, you do know that most of the time these men who do that, who prey on these women, are very powerful.
Oh, yeah.
They're very powerful in very powerful positions. You can't fight these men. Like, you don't have what it takes, you know. And it puts you in a place where then you question, was it even worth it after all? You know, even though now, like I told you earlier, you begin to feel sorry for people who may be going through the same thing, you know, especially if they feel like their backs are against the wall. I probably don't have much of a choice. I have to go through just this just so I get a job. Like, it's a painful way, but some people will kowtow just because, you know, it's just really sad. All right, we're going to go for a quick break, and hopefully in years to come, you know, we can have these conversations more boldly, and we can name and shame. That's what you say, right? But we are not able to do that now. So we're going to go for a quick break. When we return, this is Sun Up on Showbiz TV. My name is Natalia. Remember, we're live on Facebook and YouTube, Showbiz TV. That's Showbiz TV, SHOBIZ. Also remember to log on to showbiztv.com. That's showbiztv.com. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We promise you an exhilarating time span of delight on Afro Section. Your world's about to get rocked with the finest visual playlist of Afro hit songs across the continent.
We know we fine like me. We know we fresh like me. We know we hot like me.
Your satisfaction is a surefire thing. So just loosen up and drift into an Avalon of multifarious Afro music on Showbiz TV.
I'm protected by Jah Almighty Father. Them can see we from afar.
I am your party giver, Kathy Brown.
Showbiz TV, Beyond Music.
Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. Open up my heart and I'm gonna do my part and make this a positively beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
this boy, you fool. This small party where we do where you can't fight for here. Come up for here. Go away. Tap it, tip it, tip it, talk. Tap it, tip it, tip it, talk. Ta ta da da. Tap it, tip it, tip it, talk. Tap it, tip it, tip it, talk. Ta ta da 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 da. Ta da da. One for her and what say? Poto poto, walla for shit, walla for shit. One for her and what say? Poto poto, walla for shit, walla for shit.
You know, you die, 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 you know.
But don't be call rough. Oh come on, baby, rough. But don't be call rough. Oh come on, baby, rough. Get your back off the wall, make you try and move to the dance floor. They come like a storm from the seashore to tear up the place. I'll be raw, hardcore for all of y'all. I'll be rough, I'll be tough like an outlaw from Singapore. Krista, my boy, they help the poor. She be journalist, not a scientist. She go like that song. Oh, I know that don't call. All carried this work and no artifacts. Oh, music industry is the most difficult one. Zazo. I said that meeting yen for bass and I yen call on door. Yen catchy and yes, and who shall any yara on your door. Brothers, why you walk me with the Obiara report? Why should Antiman send the banner so ba 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 ba. Tap it, tip it, tip it, talk. Tap it, tip it, tip it, talk. Ta ta da da. Tap it, tip it, tip it, talk. Tap it, tip it, tip it, talk. Ta ta da da.
Do my dance moves. Some days I get it right, other days I have two left feet. But either way, when the song is good, you know it's going to move you. I have my guest in the studio, but before I get to them real quick, allow me to acknowledge Z Nails and Beauty for giving me my beautiful hair, my unit this morning. So Z Nails and Beauty is located at number 56 Batshona Highway off Spintex Road in Accra, Kotobabi Junction, specifically the Ecobank Junction. They are just right underneath, and so you go there and get all your units. Also, you can get your nails done, and they equally have beautiful cosmetics for you, skin, face, all of that and more. Do call on 0553 837201. That's 0553 837201. Also, if you are, what's the word I'm looking for? If you love fufu, if you're a sucker for fufu, if that's you, then Fufu Bazaar is happening on the 1st of May. May Day is a holiday. We're not going anywhere. And if you love fufu, I need you to be at the premises of this radio station, ready to eat all the fufu you can eat. This is more an all-you-can-eat fufu bazaar happening on May Day. So be sure that whatever you do, on May Day, you do pass the Opinion Radio, the premises of Opinion Radio. Fufu Bazaar is happening there. It's near Nungwa Shell Filling Station or Market. Near Nungwa Shell Filling Station or Market. Opinion Radio is giving you the Fufu Bazaar, meaning that all you can eat, all the different types of fufu, the cassava one, the cocoyam one, the only cassava, the only plantain, all that and more, and the soups, bunu bunu, benkwan, what's in katankwan, and all of it, Charlie, like soup, everything there inside. So listen, you have to be there on May Day to enjoy some good fufu and soup. It's happening at Opinion Radio, the forecourt of Opinion Radio. It's a fufu bazaar. Also, the side attraction is Ludu Owari, Draft, and many more. Media partners, Shobiz TV. That is Shobiz TV media partners. Shouts going out to Ephraim Tete, CEO of Ephraim Graphics at Ningo. Ephraim Tete, CEO of Ephraim Graphics at Ningo. And this is coming from my boss, Skyface Demigod. He says that, you know, enjoy your day. And yeah, today is just for you. Go on and win amazing things. If you get money, Charlie, bring some and then we'll chop it for you. So this is Stand Up on Showbiz TV. My name is Natalia, and this morning allow me to introduce my guests in the studio, Squadges. And these men, though, I mean, if you're a millennial, I'm sure you're familiar with TH for Quadges and Sasquad. If you're a millennial. Maybe if you're a Gen Z, yeah, you'd struggle because you cannot relate. But these men, oh my goodness, they made history from back in the day. Nanese muhuma minyo. Hey, Eshona Empema, Prina Kachemo. Azibe chance, Akokwabon.
She, Mr. One Nedim, Missy, Mamma Fio Basewa. The current Bayan coming to Sacro, Maconi chain, Machano Macuma. Namasan Sewa me or Bahima. Ampa.
Yes, uncle.
Namanani.
What's that margin?
Yo.
What's that margin? Yo. What's that margin? Wama. Maye. Basa. What's that margin? Yo.
What's that margin?
Yo. What's that margin?
All right.
What's then? She. Azami ye.
No.
Odo ye way.
From a bonnet chamo.
Mubo puma ya.
We mo.
One cotton.
Menya Dawudo.
Menya.
Oba won fefio bi.
Nesan iziban.
Olasum
pi. Awonya bazi. Mi yim nazabano. Owo mi chanti. Mubo show de piaro.
Still.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, one.
Oh my goodness.
Still.
Oh, you guys though, listen, top notch. Definitely top notch. We enjoyed Sasquad, we enjoyed TH for Quadges, and then we enjoyed silence.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Tell me, I mean, clearly you're back, and because we just saw visuals from you as Squadges.
Yeah.
Why the decision to, you know, come together and rebrand?
Okay. Thank you very much for having us.
Oh, it's such an honor.
So
I told you when I knew, or when I used to listen to TH for Quadges, I would say this. Shouts going out to one of my mates from secondary school. His name is what's the name? Kwesi Martinson is what we used to call him. He's changed his name though, but Kwesi Martinson is. He used to perform because he had a girl in school called Nanesi.
Oh wow.
Yes, and so he used to perform Nanesi on stage when we had entertainment, and that was the only, like, listen, this guy would perform every weekend at entertainment, and he would only perform Nanesi.
That's good.
You know, and this is like all the way back when I was this big.
Wow.
You know, so to have you seated by my side, gosh, it is such an honor to definitely have you.
You're doing great.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
First of all, before I even come to your rebranding, I mentioned us enjoying TH for Quadges, Sasquad, and then we enjoyed silence. Why the silence? What happened? What necessitated?
I want to answer the first question that you asked.
Okay, sure.
And then we'll talk about the second one.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Okay, so initially it started as S squared.
Okay.
The S squared is Scooby and Short Man.
Okay.
And we were under a record label known as True Dreams Records.
Okay.
So they needed finance to record the first Sasquatch album. So they organized this big show in the Western region, and that was where we discovered Achukuliko.
Right.
And then
Same dog.
Right.
So they came together. We came together as SASS.
Right.
Scooby, Achu, Short Man, and Sane Dog.
All right.
To represent the Western region.
Right.
With the brand Sasquatch.
Okay.
So after that, Sasquatch gave birth to TH for Quadges.
Right.
Because we wanted a lot of groups to also be in Tadi, or a lot of songs to come from the Western region, because we like talent overload.
Yeah.
And then the silence came.
Oh,
because around 2005, 2006, the industry was not good for any artist.
Right.
All the artists started going down.
Yeah.
Because the producers started leaving.
Yeah.
And the payola became big.
Yes.
And then the telcos started pumping in money.
Yeah.
And now the levels started changing.
Yeah.
So then we also had to do something else.
Yeah.
So I went on radio.
Okay.
I was at Plaza FM.
Okay.
I'd done radio in Takrad at Sky Power FM.
Okay.
So when I came
oh,
to
really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know Robert Gardner?
Of course.
Okay.
Bob
G.
Bob G.
Shouts going out to Bob G.
Bob G is an old man. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I came to Accra, I jumped on Plaza FM.
Okay.
I worked with Plaza FM for 8 years.
Okay.
Through that, I was still in the industry, but I was promoting reggae and dancehall.
Okay.
And he was also on radio in Takrady.
Yeah,
okay.
Radio Silver.
Radio Silver.
All right.
I was also promoting reggae and dance.
All right.
So around 2016, 17, I had to get off radio.
Right.
So me getting off radio was time for me to go back into myself and really ask these questions. Am I going to continue doing the music?
Yeah.
So I am back on my solo project. I'd already done that. And then my brother was also, he was still writing, but he was not recording.
Yeah.
So I went to him and I said, yo, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah.
We need to do something. He's like, no, I'm not in the vibe again. I just want to write and you know, chill. I'm okay. I don't have any problem. I'm like, no, Charlie, the people are missing the vibe.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And we have his senior brother is Matrixy Entertainment.
Okay.
Matrixy Entertainment saw the need to really bring us together.
Okay.
So he's more instrumental in bringing him on board.
Okay.
Because if it was left with me alone,
he wouldn't have come.
No.
Short man.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because you see, I gave up the frustration, you know, going to the studio to get it done to that perfection. At the end of the day, it becomes a domestic, you know, product. It was kind of good. Yeah, but the frustration, I had to leave Accra, abandon whatever that I was doing to get back to Accra and record and all that. I'm like, yo, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I've done my part. Let's leave the rest for the youth to do their own. So he came up and he tried to convince me. He actually convinced me. I didn't really listen to whatever he was saying. When he told me about it, it was going through here.
Yeah.
It comes through here and it gets out. I'm like, yo, my mind is already made up.
Yeah.
I'm just writing. If you have any youth or if you want any song, I can give it to you. I can provide you with the song.
Right.
But I'm not going back to the studio to go and stand behind the microphone and do. No, it's never going to happen.
Right.
So I told him, and like he said, my brother also had to come and say, listen, man, I got your back.
Yeah.
You have to just do it.
Yeah.
You got it. So
yeah. But I mean, I can tell even from this little conversation that you guys are very passionate about music. And I realize also that not just you, but from back in the day, a lot of musicians or recording artists coming from back in the day started with passion first.
Right.
Even before they got to understand the business angle of it.
Yes.
When you started music, how difficult was it for you, you know, to finance it? I mean, you came as a representation from the West
Side.
you know, but moving forward, when you saw how well you were received and now you knew that, okay, this is it, we're here.
yeah.
How do we handle the business? Were you signed with a record label?
Okay, so TH Okwadis was signed to Soul Records.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a record label, and it wasn't easy.
Right.
You know, at that time, it wasn't easy. We like, as I said, the first album was recorded after we had organized a show
Right.
to raise that money.
Right.
And then that money was pumped into the studio.
Right.
You understand? After that, we would get support from friends,
Yeah.
loved ones, and as you know, in the beginning, it wasn't like we were really doing it for the money.
Yeah.
It was trying to make a statement, because
Yeah.
when we were coming in the industry, we came to meet the high life gurus in the industry.
Yeah.
Kudrentry was there,
Yeah.
Pat Thomas, all of them were doing
Humbly,
it.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
trying to piece in the hip life, it was difficult. They were not
Right.
really understanding us, so we're not really getting that platform. So in the inception of this hip life industry, the beginning was a fight. Was trying
Right.
to get the elders to understand that this is what we're going to do.
Right.
Even though we like high life,
Yeah.
we're going to blend it with some rap.
Yeah.
So it took like some years
Right.
for the hip life to really sink in. So that was a difficult part,
Right.
because we're not getting that money.
Right.
And those who were making the money were making money out of, support from
Yeah.
the money was not really coming from the industry or what we're doing.
Right.
But when the telcos and all these big companies started coming in, money started coming.
Right.
But at that time, we were also out of the industry.
You were
doing-
out of the
doing
industry.
radio,
Yeah.
and supporting.
So
other
would you
things.
say, is it safe to say that you never really, I want to put the question right.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that you never really made money
No,
from being?
No.
No.
You didn't.
It wasn't.
We-
no,
it
we
wasn't
didn't really make
money.
What if you can, what was the highest figure or amount you ever got from playing a show as SAS Squad back then?
I can't recollect though, but
those figures are funny.
They are funny.
You don't really want to
now
say.
even if I say it, you're gonna be
But
like, wow.
okay, let's say I can tell you something like
Okay.
in 2000, let's say 2005, we were taking like 300 Ghana cedis.
To play a show
Yeah.
Play
in
a show.
2005.
Yeah, 2005.
And you were a group of how many people?
Yeah, but at that time, some solo artists were taking like 8,000 and over.
And you were taking 300 CDs.
300.
And you were a group of how many?
Four.
Yeah, we were two though, so
Yeah, we were four.
yeah, sometimes he used to
So
go,
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
In the beginning, there
in
wasn't
the
that
beginning,
money.
yeah, there
You see,
was-
there wasn't.
Right.
You were getting money from.
But
people who
2005 is
support-
not that long
that we were
ago,
getting, we were
though.
spending that
I
money.
mean, it is, but
we're
it's not
getting- we're spending
that
on
More
long
than
ago.
10 years old.
Oh, it's way
Yeah.
more than 10 years.
And that money we were spending it on the DJs as well.
Yeah, we're spending
Right.
on DJs and yeah. You
2005 is actually 18 years ago.
You were
Yeah,
not making
it-
profit,
Right.
and you were not breaking even.
Even,
Right.
yeah,
You understand?
we
So
just
that's
chilling.
why the producers had to leave.
So what was your mode of promoting your music back then?
Radio station, posters, and
Posters as in
door to
bills?
door. Yeah,
Door to door,
bills.
yeah.
Right.
Door to door.
And television.
Pubs, television. There was no
Social media.
internet, no
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter,
Right.
TikTok,
Right.
and all that.
Interesting.
So,
You mentioned hip life.
yeah.
And because you mentioned hip life, we had a conversation early on before you came in. Reggie Rockstone, JW Ambule, because you mentioned Ambule's name.
Right.
Which of these two people, because you also did hip life, did you look up to or draw inspiration from in doing your music? Because we both of there are different conversations around who the Godfather is.
Oh, there shouldn't be any difficulty. It's
Okay.
not difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not difficult.
It shouldn't be difficult. Reggie Rockstone is the godfather of hip
Hip
life.
life
Okay.
music.
Ambule is the originator of rap music worldwide.
Worldwide,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's two
It's like
different
that.
things.
It's like
yeah,
that.
two different
Okay.
You
things.
know,
Okay.
Ambule is
Abule came out before
Before
Curtis
rap
Blow.
became,
Yeah, before
yeah, popular.
That was
Ambule
his
was
first
doing
album
that.
was in 1972, and he was doing the
Because
Sinigwadu.
Right.
you see
And that
that
was
in
rap.
the
Yeah.
in the Fanti it's a folklore songs. We have some like Achara Bro Baby. Also, God bless it.
Yeah.
Na Orokono. Ni yanku bisande. Ewa eta.
Then it is rap. Yeah.
So that was way before rap came.
Before Curtis
Before
Blow
rap,
and
before
all
this.
this.
So Ambule should be given that respect and
that
Worldwide.
recognition.
that recognition.
Worldwide.
Reggie Rockstone was the first person who mentioned hip life.
Yeah.
That word hip life.
Yeah.
So we have to give the credit to Reggie
Yeah.
Rockstone.
So he gave it a name.
He gave it a name.
Right.
He gave it a
We
name.
were not picking inspiration from Reggie Rockstone.
Right.
Ambule was somebody we looked up to, Papa Yankson, CK Man.
Right.
But
Thomas,
we were looking outside.
All right.
We were looking at the
So-
Tupacs,
okay.
the Biggie Smalls,
Okay.
the
Fushnikins,
Fushnikins,
Okay.
the Bone Jamaicans,
Right.
the Bone Tax and Harmony,
Nas,
yeah.
Nas.
That was what we were looking at. That was why
Right.
we were able to do the hip life.
Right.
Because we're bringing that into the high life.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Now Squadges is here.
Straight up.
So let's come back from the past, stay in the present.
Right.
You're here now.
Yeah.
We're going to definitely enjoy some good music, and I love
Straight
that you represent the West.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not from Tadi, but I've lived there for a very long time.
really?
Oh, make a fancy.
Where? Ain't for them now.
Nkatenkwan, yeah. Namuwo, namati anaji.
wow.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
Anaji.
Abade anaji abade no.
Let's vibe me, Anaji.
Vibe me anaji vibe.
That's your Anaji boy.
Anaji boy. Okay, vibe me
I'm
anaji.
a
But not.
second deep.
Second
I'm a
deep.
vibe me different.
We'll vibe need different. Okay, so I mean I've been there for a long time. Even my mother-in-law is in Takrady.
Oh, wow.
Also I go there a lot all the time.
Oh, that's
Originally I'm a Fanti girl from Cape Coast,
wow.
Abra. But
With your Abra.
Me fi Abra.
Oh, wow.
But since I know Takrady far from
Oh, there.
complete.
That's good.
So now that Squadges is here, back here, rebranding and all. Since you came, what have been some of your challenges? The comeback is usually not as easy.
Yeah.
Because you've been there before, you knew what it was before. You have knowledge from back in the day that today's man in music doesn't have. However, how do you, bring it into today's world? You didn't have social media, you didn't have so many things. Now everything is different. How difficult or easy is it for you?
It's very difficult for me, but it's not difficult.
Okay.
You know why? Because, like you said, I've been there and I've done that before.
Yeah.
Even the mode that we used in promoting ourselves
Yeah.
has really changed.
Right.
But we cannot do away with the social media. So
Yeah.
I guess we have to.
So you're on social media a lot.
Of course.
Yeah, we are
which platforms? Social
We're
media.
on TikTok,
Okay.
we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram,
Okay.
and WhatsApp.
All right.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird for you?
No, no, no,
It is
it's
for you.
weird.
It's weird
It's
for you,
weird
right?
for him.
It's weird for him.
It's weird
but
for
it's
him.
not weird for you.
No, because
it's
I've been playing with algorithms since 2000.
2000.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
2000. So, this social media migration and whatever is happening there
Right.
is not
It's not-
nothing new.
Right. To
I
you.
I think me and my generation need to pay more attention to
Yeah.
social media.
Right.
And then because we can take advantage of it.
Right.
But it looks like my generation
Right.
and generation beyond behind me
Before you. Yeah.
really don't want to even pay attention to social media. When
come
it
on,
comes to
Hey,
social media,
what you talking about?
You're talking like
What generation are you from, though?
me.
Yeah.
I'm from the 70s, yo.
70s. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm
that's
from the 70s.
So you're Generation X. Yeah, you're X. You're
Okay.
Generation X.
Okay.
You're not a millennial.
No.
You're past 43 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're Generation X.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Generation X
Yeah.
needs to take advantage of social media because Generation X was wishing and hoping for social media.
Right.
But now the social media is here.
You're struggling to.
Generation X thinks social media is for kids.
I know.
No.
It's for the Gen Zs.
Yes, because this is what you were waiting
It
for.
takes a lot
Yeah.
of time,
You know,
It does.
this is you
It
have the
does.
patience to go through every
Yeah.
smartphone
Yeah.
and every app.
Right.
the new generation, they don't have that time and space. They are like, Papa, let's go.
Yeah.
But
and they know how to use it better. I mean, even I struggle with social media. So I'm surprised that you're so cool with it.
No, he started, like he said.
Yeah, he's been messing with algorithms, yes,
he used to predict that some years to come, this
is what will happen.
Yes.
So he's pretty familiar. You, however, I
am not.
What are your struggles?
My struggles, I mean, getting that time, taking the liberty of my time to sit down.
So do you take videos of yourself sometimes?
No.
You don't? Why not? You've never done that.
He doesn't take videos, he doesn't take pictures.
To do it. I'm like,
but you don't take pictures?
But I would say it's not my thing. Anyway.
It's not your thing.
But,
but how do you post?
How do you
he's the one who's been,
So he does it for the group.
He does it for the group.
So
and sometimes he does it for me.
There's a group page.
Yeah,
and
there's a group
you
page.
do it for the group.
And we have individual
So the individual ones, how do you manage? Oh, he handles it for you.
No, let's check. When was the last time he posted? Maybe it was this. Maybe flyer that he posted.
Yeah, I just go in there and write something.
Really? No, but you need to update. You need to update.
No, I'm adapting.
So you see, it's good because now you can pay somebody to be doing that for you.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It's creating jobs.
Absolutely.
And I think that is where the government needs to look into more, because the government needs to focus on creating platforms that's going to help arts and entertainment, culture in itself.
It's good to employ people to do that for you, but it's also good to know your way around it yourself.
Of course.
So that in the absence of anything,
I have a deficit though when it comes to that area, but he's trying to.
It's like me telling my mom all the time, because wherever I am in Ghana, wherever I am, my mom will call me and say, I should order an Uber for her, and I'm like, oh my God, stop that. They are coming from a totally different generation.
You're going to be mesmerized, or you're going to be taken aback if I tell you, I don't even know how to, WhatsApp, send a document.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, wow. It was just quite recent that he taught me how to do it. I'm like, wow.
But
so
it's good you're learning. It's good you're learning.
But it takes time. It takes time.
It does take time. We're going to check out another visual from Shobiz. I'm hanging out with them this morning, and I'm so excited. I'm like a little girl the night before Christmas who's been given a big gift. I'm really excited. Do stay tuned. This is Sun Up on Shobiz TV. We'll be right back.
Oh, Excellency, short man, a Manzaba, the Black Lion, Namanwa, Shasha, and Zap on the Mix 6. You know this one is strictly for the squatches, or your classic one, or your true.
Dance no nekulu dai, dacho dai, bebuego niwaneba. Dance no nekulu dai, dacho dai, bebuego niwaneba.
Me a she, me a papa. Tikebisi misi mochana wasa. Disco pia masai hoda. Misi afuno from a boompa. Bohumana, manum sa, mabu. Betada kuko, matu. Maya de bonso de pum. Misramunum ye burukutu. Maya fine den jeku. When you miss if ye jumum. Asam kasisha kutukum. Wada mabana mumu bonjot. And we have a biara mukocha tot. Kofi ebu dudu. Tre. Wana bodudu, se wafuta kotu kotofu. Shema monanto ompuano. Kamezi anofembiara. Makakamu badam wesano. Mami alata, mama piokota. Na wani jinja, na mipika. Menjada, mijna tintin. Mese na nyana ba wache jata. Missy Carl raw draws. Nobody go fit the put a pause. Eshishama, more blue kiosk. Of course, Miriam of course. Now my baby calling some boss. Hey, watching Missy me done with me. Teach my dough, push it. Chain so good, cream. Me same.
Dance no nekuru dai, dacho dai, bebuego niwaneba. Dance no nekuru dai, dacho dai, bebuego niwaneba.
Susu, Yoga so you eating. Obiara, no one
Inti Daisa no Nakro Wadai, Dacho Dai, the Buago, Raneba. Inti Daisa no Nakro Wadai, Dacho Dai, the Buago, Raneba. Anapa Ezizi Amea, Anapa Ezizi Amea, Araba, Esemeyanko, Araba, Esemeyanko. Na esora de biara munya arabe famename obeya musune senyinara obobegu eraze ajinjinku impa ajinjina omeno mesa anya agba ogogo ha yano mesa yazefajin yano mesa nyamboze meyambela de nese wababo onya kai wodache amwachi sonye jai if you don't yet dawa amwachi sonye jayo if you don't yet tilapia no me ego be na masa ya want to follow you ekasa enka ebe yo growing fuse baby ara ekodo dama masa dache be nya sem ekodo dama masa dacho mama wa bam
Oh, you guys are amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. So let's talk about this song. What's the title?
Ja Insanum.
Ja Insanum. And this is because, behind the scenes, we were talking about the type of genre this is.
Yes,
so
yes.
this is folklore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw you had Amansiba.
Right.
And also
Namanwa.
Namanwa
Shasha.
from original Bulome.
Yes.
Wow. This is big.
Yes.
And the other day we were talking about the Ghana Music Awards and the fact that some of these types of music do not get categories.
Exactly.
And it's a big problem. I see that's what Jedubele Ambule talked about when he said, because to a certain extent, for anybody who's foreign to Ghanaian music, the music awards and the different categories are a representation of the kind of music Ghana makes.
Right.
Because if they go into the different categories, the kind of music they hear, it speaks a lot. It says, this is the kind of music Ghana makes.
Of course.
And so there's a lot of debate about how many more categories need to be added. Even there are social media sensations who are not even recognized. I mean, there's so much about it.
But
did you ever get nominated when you were back then, Sasquatch?
Yeah, we got nominated as TH for Quadges.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sasquatch
nominations, on different years. Yeah.
Okay, which award scheme is this?
I can't remember.
You
I can't remember. It got to a point they said we were not playing. I quite recall the first Sasquatch album, they were like, they
didn't know how to categorize us.
Categorize us. They were like, these guys are playing reggae, playing high life, playing whatever. So they couldn't. But
so
they
like, couldn't categorize you.
But they were able to put us. I think new whatever one of the new.
Right.
I think what Ambule was saying was I think is very, very powerful.
Right.
And we need to look at it with another spectacle because you see. Ghana does a lot of Western type of music. So our award is also trying to show that these guys are doing, let's say, reggae is a prototype. These guys are doing hip hop. It's not the original hip hop.
Yeah.
These guys are doing Amapiano. It's not the original Amapiano. We're doing. It's like we're promoting other genres apart from the high life. So he's like, you got hip life.
Right.
Where is it? It came out of high life.
Yeah.
You've got Azonto.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah.
It's dying. Palm wine, high life. There are lots of high life faces, just like reggae. Reggae has got about 13 subgenres.
Right.
High life can have 13 or more.
Right.
And so if we are supposed to like take or pay keen attention to this genre and then categorize these subgenres, I think we'll be able to create a lot of platform for other artists to be doing more high life reggae, hip life, high life R&B, high life this, high life that, so that at the end of the day, we'll be seen as promoting what we have.
We would have an identity.
Yeah, best hip
You
hop.
can identify us.
Best
Because
hip-hop
we don't,
song.
we don't have an identity.
We,
We don't.
Yeah, best hip
We
hop
don't.
song. You don't have the hip hop
We don't.
song.
We
yeah.
don't. Are you members of Musica?
I used to be. I don't know the last time. Yeah. I
What
went for a
happened?
meeting. No, it's not like anything happened. I've not been very active.
I
Right.
saw that
With them.
Musica, the Musica was a collective effort of some artists at those days
Right.
who wanted to have a voice
Right.
in the government or
Right.
in the media
Right.
landscape or whatever. They wanted a strong voice, so they came together to do that association.
Right.
After getting whatever they wanted, the association became like water now.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really, it's not really solid like
Solid,
It's,
right.
it's very
Before.
dormant.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not
So
really-
when you were members, what are some of the benefits you got? Like, what did you ever get as being members?
No, I didn't get anything.
I have also
I've
not had
benefited.
anything. We've
Because
never
you
had
see,
anything.
I'm looking for more.
You're looking for more.
You know, as at now, I'm looking for a website from Musica that can be able to give me data of that artist in Navrongo, or
Yeah.
that artist in Saburugu.
Yeah.
If I want
Volta
to
region,
do,
yeah.
if I want maybe a xylophone, I can call somebody at maybe Bolga.
Yeah.
Because now this person has his info and everything at the
Yeah.
Musica website.
Yeah.
We can connect and we say, okay, we are benefiting from Musica.
Yeah.
But now it's there's
But nothing. You do your own research.
do
You get your own
research,
people.
and then
Everything
when
is all
go-
you.
There's somebody at Navrongo who can never be a known artist in Ghana.
Who's very good,
Who's very
however.
good.
Yeah, very good.
You know, so that always seems to be a problem. Okay, so now you're here. We recognize you. I'm excited about you. I'm sure you can tell.
Right.
What should people expect from you between now and end of year? So help us God. What are we to expect?
More tracks.
More tracks.
More
we have
tracks.
a lot
More
coming
tracks.
up.
Okay.
We want to build a Squadges catalog because
Okay.
we've got catalogs for SAS Squad
Okay.
and for Quadges. So we
Okay.
want to build a Squadges catalog.
And now the songs, they're uncountable. I have a lot. I went into a hibernation.
Yeah.
And whilst I was in there, I was writing a lot of songs.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not like I'm in a hurry to
Right,
put something down.
right.
We want to do a lot of collaborations.
A lot of collaborations.
Yeah, and also-
The new, the new cats.
Yes.
Which of them, has gotten your attention? Which of them do you think, whoosh, the world is your oyster? This person is definitely going somewhere.
For now.
For now, yeah.
For now, it's Black Sherry for me.
Black Sherry for
Yeah,
you.
Black Sherry. that
Same
guy.
here?
Yeah, his voice. I just like his voice.
And I like the way
His
he's
style,
he's
yeah.
changed the whole
Whole
face
face.
of the
Right.
music. You understand? It's like everybody's going this way. It's like, yo, I'm going to
Yeah.
be authentic. I'm going to be original.
Yeah.
And he's got the support.
Yeah.
And he's doing it. There's also an artist from the Western region, Isem,
Isem.
who I
Isem.
think Isem needs to be blown all over
Yeah.
Ghana. There's Nemesis Loso,
Okay.
another killer. There's Lucas. There are a lot of great talents in the Western region
Right.
that I'm looking at them to blow.
Yeah.
But
We
for
want to
now,
help them out.
Black Sheriff is
Black Sheriff. is
Yeah, I
good.
just love his voice. You know,
Yeah.
he has a style, like
he's
you
my
said.
guy.
Okay. Your social media handles for anyone who wants to follow you and see pictures of Shortman. Shortman post videos. Go do a live video. Do you know how to do a live video?
No, how do you do it? How do you do that?
I'll teach you when we're done.
Right.
So on social media, when people want to follow you, how do they do that? What's your
Okay,
handle?
so just get on XLNC. That's my personal page.
Okay.
And Squadges, SQUADGES.
Okay.
All platforms.
Okay.
Twitter, YouTube,
Right.
Instagram.
Right.
Everywhere.
Right.
You're gonna see us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Same for you? What's
Yeah,
your
just Bright 30 on Facebook.
Bright
That's
City
it.
on Facebook? On Facebook, only Facebook.
Yeah, that's
You don't
it.
have Instagram?
I got Instagram.
So tell us that as well.
It's the same
That's
Bright
how
30.
it works.
It's the same Bright
It's the
30.
brain. Okay. This one says, I wish my sister Koleki she's in Kumasi. Today is her birthday. May the good Lord bless her. I know the doors are open and it has already happened. Jimmy Ebo Grant in Tadi says, good morning to my Uncle Charles Kwesi Mens at East Legon and Auntie Yaya at Tema Community. To all my family in Accra and Tema. This one is a voice note. I'll play it later. This one says, I like the Sun Up show. Please, if you can, add sports tidbits to it. Some 10 minutes we do. I think because Digo and I were talking about Sadio Mane, is it? And what's his name again? And Salah, Mohamed Salah, because we were talking about that. That's because I love Liverpool. Okay, I support Liverpool, Firmino and all of them.
You will never walk alone.
You will never walk alone. That's just what it is. So, what would you do differently this time around? Before we wrap up, what would you do differently this time around?
Now we've got our own studio. We do audio, we do visuals.
Okay.
You understand? So what we're going to do is we're going to pump more visuals.
Okay.
Because that's what we didn't do in the beginning, because it was difficult to do visuals at then. But now we're going to do more visuals, and we're going to bring in the music. What we're looking at right now is to build that catalog.
Okay.
So it's more music that we're going to do.
Right.
Whatever is different for us to do, we are going to do it.
Right.
You know, if it's like I have to walk naked from Circle to Tawala, and you won't think that I'm crazy.
You're going to do it.
Even if you think I'm crazy, I'm going to do it.
Right. So what do you call your following, your fan base? Do you have a name for them?
Shatta Marafaka.
Shatta Marafaka. So that means good luck.
Good luck.
Right.
That means good luck.
So you can probably spell it out. It's SHA.
It's SHATAMARAFAKA.
Shatta Marafaka.
Yeah, it's Swahili.
Yeah, it means good
and
luck.
it means good luck.
Ghana needs Shatta Marafaka.
Yeah,
the pregnant, woman needs it. You need it.
Everybody needs
Everybody
Shatta
needs
Marafaka.
Shatta
Everybody
Marafaka.
needs
So our
that.
followers are called the Shatta Marafaka.
Marafaka.
Shatta Marafaka followers.
Okay.
Shatta Marafaka.
Shatta Marafaka.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. All right, so this is where we will draw the curtain. Do you want to shout out anybody?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to a friend who's been supporting us, Eben, Setor, and Matrixie Entertainment. Matrixie Entertainment has held us down from day one. And I want to say big respect to MVF, Rabbi Uhuru, Banat Brew, and Shasha, Namanwa, and Sekedita Krade. What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? Do you do dance? You know, these days, before any song that comes, it usually has a dance routine.
Yeah.
Do something so that your fan base will follow and dance. Do you guys do?
Yeah, we have the Migokolo dance.
Yeah. Which is that?
When you get on our social media handle, that's on YouTube. You're going to see it.
Can you show us?
No, I can't show.
Oh,
you.
No, he actually originated that, so you can bring it up.
But you can't show me.
Oh,
so come to me, I try something.
But he's a good dancer.
He's a good dancer.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
For me,
okay, so we're going to wrap it up, and we're leaving you with these visuals coming from TH for Kwajas. It's titled I'm Away. That's what we're wrapping up with. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. We really appreciate your presence. Sun Up on Showbiz TV. We couldn't do this without you. So help us God. We're coming back tomorrow between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Be sure to enjoy the rest of your day and keep at it. Whatever it is you do, consistency is key. Eventually, you will get the results that you so desire. Shouts going out to the team, going to Evans, going to Nicholas Kokontera. Shouts going out to Skyface Demigod. Shouts going out to Mr. Alija, Fred Alija. Shouts going out to Ahmed Kolini and my senior producer, Enig, you dig? And shouts going out to DJ Champagne.
Big up yourself.
Captain Hooks. Look, the entire team, you guys are simply amazing. So we'll catch you tomorrow. And Pocho, P for Pocho. The other day, let me say this. So the other day I'm going about, my stuff, and I meet this guy and he says, oh, how's Ernest? And I'm like, who's Ernest? And he says, oh, I came to your office and Ernest was telling me you left. I said, who is Ernest? What are you talking about? He says, but how do you call him? And I said, who? And he says, oh, your boss. I said, oh, you mean P? We don't call him NS here, oh, Charlie. That is not P for Pocho. That's how we call him here. So shouts going out to Pocho. We're coming back tomorrow, so help us God. Enjoy the rest of your day.
One
Blue Cruiser. Menkata. What's it? T8 for Quadges. Ako kete na me skirt ya me say. Mentron koso na mid panty show. Na you must make it ona. Mara. What's what I have for?
Watch out, you could walk from what's Shobiz, Hono to Ma, Wuja, Woodul, Kuma, Wuja, Equal, Ado, Wujen, Sefu, Bodom, Wujen, Yew, Yasin, Nasa, Imbuneza, Den, Chong Kong, Sam, Na, Baby, Conshe, Na, Baby. Aha, you're there, so the men go more, Yanama, not shit.